Hi Felters and welcome. Today we're going to have a look at a pack of cheap needles that I bought off Amazon versus some expensive needles that I bought off Sweet Pea Dolls, and we're going to see if we can tell the difference. It's something I always wondered about when I first started, so let's have a play with them. So here we are, these are the cheaper needles that I purchased off Amazon, and you get 20 needles for £9.59. They come in these little tins, so they're, 40 something pence each, so they're not much. Admittedly, on the description they do say they're star and triangular, and they are 36, 38 and 40 gauge. I have a very good video on types of needles, so I'll link that above now if you're not sure what star, spiral and things like that is. But they don't explain what the colours are on the advert, and they don't come with an explanation. I am able to work out what they are because I've been felting for a short while. Like this gold one is a star one, because I can just about see it on the needle. And then this would be probably the 38, then the 40, and this is the 36. So that is a slight problem if you haven't been felting before. The other thing to note is a couple of them are a tiny bit oily. Now, the oil is put on because basically they will rust. Normally you find cheaper needles have more iron in the carbon steel mix, and these do state they are metallic iron. They do state they're hard and durable, but we'll find out in a minute. But if they put a bit of oil on before they send them, they're less likely to rust. Now I have noticed I have got rust, and I've only had these for a couple of months and I haven't used them. I'll just show you a close-up that the yellow one has gone rusty already. So here we are, you can definitely see on this one there is rust forming just here and just here as well. Let's put it under again. Now you can, it's not the end of the world, you can get this rust off by using, I think it's a vinegar solution or bicarbonate of soda, so you can clean them up. The other thing is when you get them, I have adapted this little piece of wool in a glass jar. Can you see that? Let me just pop out one more. There we go. And this is where I, as one lady said, park all my needles, like a little bus stop. And if you keep your needles in this, it's got a certain amount of lanolin in it. It's a sort of basic core wool, and the lanolin will help almost like an oil and stop them from rusting. So let's have a go with them. I've put them all just to one side. I've got these balls that I've made already. So this is the 36 triangular. It's working exactly how I'd expect it to work because they're quite a strong needle, great for really coarse hair normally, but you can see it's doing its job. That's not a problem. And then this is a 38 triangular. Again, it's working fairly good. I wouldn't expect too much difference in the actual ability of them to felt. And this is the, let's go on to this one, this is the star. Yeah, it feels like a star. Star normally gives you quite a bit of resistance, and it will do the job. I'm a big fan of spirals, I have to say. So I've got no problems there. I'll just try this one. Oh, this looks like the 38. That must have been the 40. It's quite rough. I don't like how it's felting the surface, this one. Not at all, really. But it's working and it is felting, and you would have to just keep going over the area. Now, I'm going to do something which I don't like doing, and I'm going to test whether they'll break. So, fine needles would normally break anyway. Let's try with the 36 because it's a strong one. So I'm going to put it in. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. And it's... Sorry, I've got a cold. It's not breaking, so that is a positive, but this is a very strong needle. So let's go to the 40. But the thing is, you would expect a 40 to break anyway. Oh, I don't like doing this. So obviously it bends because it's slightly weaker metal. I'll try, I'm going to ruin these needles. I'll try with the spiral, sorry, the star. Oh, yeah, that's bent straight away. Just, this is quite strong. It didn't bend. So that the 36 did do well, and this is the 38. Not too bad. It's got a slight bend in it, but obviously that's definitely got a bend. So these needles aren't as strong, so they are more likely to break, I should imagine, if they will bend that easily. But let's try with the more expensive needles and have a look at them. So these are the Groz-beckert, you probably say them differently, I'm not sure, needles from Sweet Pea Dolls, and they are £6.25 for 7, and these are a range of needles, so it's absolutely perfect for a beginner. Groz-beckert actually make sewing needles, so I would expect these to be made very well, and they are made from a quality steel is what I'm thinking. They didn't come with a code of the colours, but it's all on Sweet Pea Dolls, and it's all really obvious to see. The green top is a 36. Let's have a look at that. No, that's not it. It's this green top. There's different colours. So yeah, that's a 36. Let's just have a little go on this ball here. Yeah, that's fine. See if I get the 36 out. There's no difference in the actual felting ability of the 36. And let's have a look at a finer one. This is a lot finer. This is a yellow, which is a 42, so it's not actually going to be able to do much felting. But here's the test. Ooh, tiny bit of a bend. So you're going to get bends in the needles that are a lot finer. Let's try one similar to the other. The 40 is the blue tip. So let's just have a check. Yeah, this is the 40. Oh, that's a reverse, but anyway. Oh, no, I've got... Oh, I don't like doing this. No bending there. So they are stronger. And let's just try one more, the 38 lime tip. There we go. I'm really pushing it over. I don't like doing this. There we go. So, nope. Let's just see. No, there's no bend in that. Is there a tiny bit? Maybe. So basically, these needles are stronger and they are less likely to break, is my overriding factor. I personally, a lot of the time, use Heidi Feathers. She has got fantastic needles. They come in these little bottles, which little plastic tubes, which are great. You can open them up and they'll still be in there, and you can see the colours of what one you want. They always come with a code, and their prices, she's very reasonable, and very fast delivery. I believe it makes a difference to buy the slightly more expensive needles because they are less likely to break, and you will just end up paying more money. But it's not bad. These were just under 50p each. These are just under 80p each. There's not much difference, so if you can, I would go for the slightly more expensive ones. I just had a couple of other things to say on needles. If they're labelled small, medium and large, it's not the end of the world. It just means it's harder for you to understand whether they're 36, 38, 40, and if they should all be triangular if they're labelled just small, medium and large. But I think it's a lot better if you get ones that are actually properly labelled and you start to learn what needles are going to be doing what. So it's not the end of the world, but I do think it's a bit easier if they've got numbers. And Living Felt do a fantastic video. I will try and link it in the description, and it's all to do with trying to work out the needles that you have and how to work out what they are by the feel of them. So it's a really good video. So I have a video on multi-needle tool holders and whether you think they're worth it and which ones are best and what needles to put in them as well, because that makes a big difference. And I also have a video on specialist needles, especially trying to get that smooth finish that we're all after. The next video I'm going to do, fingers crossed, is this moon gazing hair from Little Blue Artworks. So thanks for watching everybody, and see you soon.